Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of
Dungeon Crawlers! So let's get ready to rumble!
Dungeon
And
Crawlers.
roll them dice.
Are you ready to roll?
Yes.
I'm ready to roll.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I've got the dice. Get out, kiddos. Let's go.
gross. Anyways, the party has found themselves, well, half the party has found themselves within a puzzle box. So
Dimension inside or something.
so elegantly turned on by Kaz, sucking himself, Kaelin, and Freya inside, leaving Alwyn and Morn on the outside. You've made your way slowly through the jungle type area of one of these realms or doorways, or you're unsure. Battling these toad type creatures. Turned on by gross.
You said it.
Yep. I know I did. You find yourself fighting these toad-ish like creatures, battling a larger one, finding a door, where you end up in a almost infinite library. Books, stacks and stacks of books, bookshelves that seem to be almost chained from the floor and as far up as you guys can see. There are some tables, there's some chairs and whatnot around you. And the books are kind of being organized and little stairways are moving around. While Alwyn and Morn find themselves amongst the apocalypse almost. The undead have begun to crawl out of the sea, killing and slaughtering anything within their wake and path. And as you guys are fending these creatures off, you look skyward and notice a incredibly large dragon circling far, far, far in the air, and you hear a voice almost in your heads that tells you all will die and everything will be corrected. We leave off with Morn and Alwyn fighting what seems an endless army. Kaz, Freya,
People that die around us are fucking gang back up as undead.
immediately resurrected. Yes.
Reanimated.
Yes.
We knocked them down.
They get back
They
up
get
again.
back up. Are never gonna keep me down. I get okay.
Take a whiskey drink to take a lager drink.
Take cider drink.
I think I messed up the order. I don't know.
It's
been a while.
whiskey. I think it's whiskey drink,
Vodka,
drink,
lager, cider.
drink, cider. Yeah.
1999 was a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a decent amount of
I
time ago.
remember it like it was
Someone
yesterday.
say it was more than 20 years ago.
That was back in my day.
That was a long time ago.
That was back before I knew what alcohol was. Well, no,
yesterday.
99 would have been. That'd have been about when I started. You find yourself within this library, searching around. Kaz, Kaelin, and Freya, what are you guys doing?
You know, I'm trying to remember last week, and if I remember correctly, we didn't have any fucking idea what to do here.
No, we were like trying all kinds of stuff to get these chains around these books, and it's like, what do you do?
I think Kaylin had found one that maybe would be significant, but we weren't really sure. Kind of a coin toss, and we were trying to get it out, but not having a lot of luck.
But also feeling that that's probably what we're looking for, considering it's so battened down compared to everything else.
They're all kind of like that.
They're
I
all
think
chained?
my
I thought there was
there's
like,
there's a chain that runs from one side to the other, almost straight across it. There are a couple books that have like 3 or 4 like chains on them individually, along with the long chain. So
well, shit. If I recall, Freya had kind of just leaned up against the bookcase and sat on the ground. Kind of let out a big sigh. Not really sure what to do.
Did we search the entirety of the library?
nope.
Okay. I'm gonna go search the areas that we haven't checked yet.
Okay. Do you want to make a perception or investigation?
I will make an investigation.
Roll investigation for me.
Yep.
Not bad, not bad. So, you kind of feel around, look, touch, pull. You notice a couple things. One, in this room, there's the doorway that you came in. To your left, the wall just seems to span bookcases and then all the way to the ceiling. The books that are on the first-most level, directly across from you, are not chained down. And you kind of pick one of the books off of the wall and you open it. And as you open it and you flick through, all the pages are blank. And as you turn it over and you look at the spine, it tells you, like one of them is like History of Rothos, 14 CD. And you're like, well, what the fuck? There's no history. Place it back on the shelf. You pick up another one. You read it, and it says, History Spans of Elves, version 23. You open it up and thumb through it. Blank pages. Set it back down. You forget about that. You look through the room. To your right, there is a... not bookcase. What am I thinking? Like a study case, like a table with a chair and like a little side drawer on it. And then right above that, there's stairs that walk up to an intricate painting. And the intricate painting is a regal-ish looking dark red dragonborn with gorgeous flowing robes with gold trim, purples, and just a very well done robe. To your left, down the hallway, is 2 doors right next to each other. And then more books to your left and your right. There's like a stuffed bear that is to the door on the right, and to your left there is a another painting of a almost looks like a best way to describe it would be like World of Warcraft, like Thrall, a very, very beefed out, very bulky orc looking warrior with the huge tusks that come out. One of them has a huge ring through the right tusk, and a large axe that sits on one of the shoulders. And right next to him are 3 other individuals. One of them is the dark red dragonborn. The other is a half-elven, looks like to be female, seems to be almost like a portrait.
Okay. You said there was 2 doors side by side?
Correct.
Is it a set of double doors, or is it 2 separate doors that lead to 2 different rooms?
2 separate doors.
Okay. Do they look the same, or are they, like, different from each other?
They look exactly the same from what you can tell.
Okay. I still have Detect Magic up thanks to my Eldritch Sight. Am I getting anything from either of them?
Both seem magical. The whole room seems magical. Everything seems magical. Something about this room just eerily off-puts you. The only thing that is not magical in that room is the portrait with the double doors in front of you. The portrait to the left, not magical. And yeah, that's it. You get a high amount of like magical essence from the bear, the painting that goes up the stairwell, and the 2 doors in front of you. That is the thickest amount of concentration of magic. And I believe if detect
Raizu
magic.
and Okayama, thanks for the follows.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
Oh no. Did they join? That's some buddies.
Are they people
Going on,
that
guys?
you want looking
Oh,
into
no,
your
they're
nerdy
good.
hobbies?
They're good guys. They're actually they're people that are wanting to get into. They've asked me to run a campaign for them, and I said I might do a 1-shot or 2 because they've never gotten the opportunity.
Oh, so this is your interview.
So the bear on the right side of the door screams abjuration magic. The door to the left is illusion magic. The one to the right is conjuration. And so is the painting that goes up the stairs to your right. And I take that back. The bear is actually transmutation.
Okay.
And the desk to your immediate right, the small door handle, like the little dresser drawer, is evocation. I actually took a picture of all the schools of magic because every time that you asked me that in the past, I'm like, I don't know what school it belongs to.
I don't know them very well either.
I know.
There's
Some
like
of them,
2
some
or
of them
3
are a
that.
little counterintuitive.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 that are pretty obvious that you can remember easily, but the others, I always have to look them up.
So that is the read that you get from those items.
Okay. I'll attempt to open the door that is coded in illusion magic.
An illusion? What are you hiding?
Illusion magic.
Probably secret wizard shit.
So that is the one to the left. Okay. So, as you open the door to the left, and you reach out and touch the door handle seems almost like if you were playing VR. Like you reach out and you touch it, and for a second you feel no door handle, and like your fingers kind of disappear for a split second, and you're like, well, what the fuck? And then you feel a handle. You turn the handle and slowly open the door. And immediately, the door opens and the room becomes cold, and you feel almost like a sucking sensation. And you are kind of being pulled into the room. Roll a strength saving throw for me.
Sure.
While he's doing that, how far away is he from where we were at that bookcase?
30-ish feet.
Okay.
So you can kind of hear and see this going on as you hear kind of like a sucking sensation.
I will get up and kind of look in that direction just to see what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you watch as all of a sudden the door opens and you hear like a... You kind of look in and you watch Kalen like pushing his hands against the doorway, and you just watching him slowly being pulled in, and he kind of like, he tries to like turn back towards the group, and then his arms just kind of fold and just gone, and the door shuts.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's definitely a part of me that just wants to move on and just leave. He'll be fine with whatever's in there. Can I? Assuming that we hear this and we move over there, can I try to open the other door, not go in, just to see what it is?
That was the door to the right. I can't remember. What did I say the door to the right was?
Conjuration.
Thank you. Conjuration. Okay. So you're going to open the door to the right?
I want to just kind of crack it open and see if it's like a room or a trap or something. And then once I know, I'll probably try to go in after Kalen.
Okay.
That's kind of my plan. I don't want to proceed through the door. I just want to kind of investigate to see if it's a real door or something funky.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, so far the magic 8-ball does not like this room that we're in, and it does not think we're gonna find what we're looking for.
Magic 8-ball.
Yeah. First it said that Kaylin was not gonna find what we were looking for. And then it said that pretty much we're walking into a trap.
Okay, so roll a dexterity saving throw. As you touch the door handle and you turn, suddenly the entire door goes green. That is a success. So that would be... You take 15 points of acid damage as you touch the door and you turn the door handle. And the door handle almost like just disappears, like it doesn't exist. The door doesn't open, doesn't move. Suddenly the door turns green and you're staring at it and you're like, well, what the fuck? Where's my door handle? And the world in front of you, your eyes glaze over almost like you're looking at an entirely different world. And this entirely different world is like a sea, like a green sea. And you watch as this creature comes out of this green liquid and just almost like a kid in a bathtub slaps the water at your face and you get splashed. But it's not water, it's acid. And then suddenly the door closes again in front of you as your face and like front of your body is like sizzling and burning. And Freya, you kind of watch this happen, and you watch Kaz take a step back and just like rubbing his face and his hands and like wiping stuff off of his robe.
I'll quickly move down closer to them, just in case shit hits the fan. What the hell was that?
It's the kid in the bath. So Caitlin got pulled in here. I don't know if should we go after him or what? I don't want to just leave him there. I don't know if he's in danger or if that's the right way to go or or what.
So wait, Caitlin go through?
Yeah, he gone. He got
Oh,
sucked in.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, I didn't realize he actually, like, is gone. Is the door closed, too?
Yeah.
Well, considering that we're already split from half of our party, I think leaving him to his own devices is probably not the correct move. So we should probably try to see if we can get in there.
Or just double down on splitting the party.
Okay.
3
Yeah.
splits.
Yeah.
Third split always works.
Can I
You don't split 8s!
look- can I look close by to find like stationery or a pin or a paperweight or something from the room that we're in that I can grab and take with us?
There's that like that writing desk. Yes.
I'll grab whatever I can find there.
There's like
You know,
5 or 6 sheets of paper and a very intricate like an ink pen. Like a quill.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
Okay. Do remember, Freya, you did grab that pen.
Oh, yeah, and it says, shield on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hand it to Kaz.
So, Frosty did identify that already.
Right.
Basically, that is a shield spell. It works similar to Kaz's, like, magical shield.
Okay.
You throw it up and it gives a bonus to your AC. But it can only be used once per long rest.
So it's not a pen? Like, I can't use it like a pen?
Never tried.
I mean,
Not sure.
I would be really disappointed if we couldn't use it as a pen and as a spell
Okay.
at the same time.
I
I
mean,
feel like
you
why bother enchanting a pen if you can't use the pen as the pen?
I don't know. You'll have to try.
Well, I'm still gonna hand it to Kaz
Okay.
and then just say,
Came from the library? I don't remember.
yeah, it was in here.
Okay.
So we know that this is a shield spell, but it's also a pen. So maybe you can write with it? I'm not really sure.
Okay. I think we should take this with us and go in the door that Kaylin went in. And if we need to, we can teleport back here. Unless you have other ideas. I'm open to other ideas.
I got nothing.
Kaz, you would know, with your intelligence and arcana being so high, teleport's probably not going to work here, as this is some kind of pocket realm.
Well,
He
I
gave you a
figured-
freebie.
Yeah, I figured we couldn't teleport out because it's like on the same plane. But I don't know where the door goes. Like, if I figured if we got lost somewhere in the box, we could teleport somewhere else, also within the box.
Maybe.
But again, I don't know where the door goes. So I guess let me try to write it. I'll before we go, I will write a note to the other two, in case they somehow end up following behind us, to let them know which door we went through.
So you're going
That's
to
a good idea.
leave
A note.
a note on that table? Okay.
Yes. I'll use the pen, I'll write a note, and then I will cast Magic Mouth.
Okay.
Like over the desk, just so that if it sees Morn or Alwyn, it will speak up aloud to get their attention to the note on the table.
Okay.
And then I guess we just open the door.
Okay.
More
it's
suction.
Freya, anything else we want to do, or
At this point, I feel like we're just as lost now as we were when we first walked in here, and I feel like we're worse off being even more split up. And as I say that, I'm gonna link my arm with her arm and kind of brace for what I'm expecting to happen when the door opens.
Are you going to willingly go through, or are you going to resist?
I think we're just gonna go through.
Okay. So,
Anti-suction suits. Oh, that would have been nice.
as you are pulled through the door, Kaylin, you immediately find yourself in a dark hallway. The air around you is heavy and draws the breath out of you. And you feel yourself tired, extremely tired. But you kind of fight that urge, and you just kind of push forward. And to your left and to your right, you notice large cells. Heavy, thick metal bars.
Is there anything inside?
Make a perception check. You don't see anything. It's very dark. And there's many of them. Like a long corridor.
I'll just keep on looking, like see if I could see if there's anything within them. Just sort of idly wasting time, seeing if the others show up.
Okay. About a minute or two passes, and you hear kind of that same noise. And as you turn around, you notice. Oh, good. Oh, okay. You notice as Kaz and Freya come kind of stumbling through now, and are at the end of the hallway that you're kind of walking up and down. One thing you do notice is after about 75, 100 feet, it comes to almost like a crossroads. You can continue going straight, and there's a left and a right. To the left and to your right, the hallway goes down for another 65, 70 feet, and at the very end of it, sitting, or like kind of like a sitting slash standing, you notice two gigantic like robots standing, automatons, sitting slash standing, probably about 9, maybe 10 feet, largely built. The left arm is a hand, and the right arm is almost a hand, but it comes into kind of like a U shape, and in the U shape has almost like these tongs that were like almost like little needles, or like fingers that run the inner curve, and it just kind of like sits like this, and it's not a hand. It just looks like it's a circular, like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
And about a minute later, you hear Kaz and Freya come popping through. Kaz and Freya, you are immediately drop into this room, and the room is cold and heavy. First things first, Kaz. Kaz, Freya, you feel the same sensation that Kaylin does. You feel like this heaviness, this very tired feeling. Kaz, this tired feeling is ×2 for you. You feel incredibly drained for some reason. Almost like your energy is just being sucked out of you.
Well, I hate it here.
Not knowing how Kaz is feeling, I'm gonna grab her hand and kind of take off in a little bit of a jog towards Kaylin.
Yeah, do we know which way he went?
You can so make perception checks.
Perception?
Yes.
Tactician! What?
Looky there. You do see Kaylin probably about 60-ish feet from you, or what you think is Kaylin. It looks pretty similar. Kaz and Freya, you guys both do notice the large cells to your left and to your right, with these like heavy, I mean, probably as thick as your arm, like your forearm, like heavy thick cell bars. And you kind of look like side to side, left to right, and about hello. Oh, okay.
What the
I
hell
think it was
happened to the bot?
the music. Yeah.
Yeah, it threw me off. I thought it was me.
Why
To
did
your
it
left
drop?
and to your right, I don't know. To your left and to your right, the cells seem empty. You don't see much. In one of them you see a large, almost dog-like creature, probably about as big as Morn, curled up in one of the corners and not moving. But you do see the occasional breath up and down, Kaz.
And I don't notice these creatures? I just notice the bars?
You kind of make something out in the shadows.
Well, I'm gonna assume we're safe because there's big, thick bars between us and whatever could be in them. So I'm gonna
Okay.
continue jogging towards the figure that I assume is Kaylin until I reach him.
Okay.
Yanking Kaz behind me.
Only takes about 30 seconds, minute.
As I approach him, well, this is different. See anything?
Three-pronged fork in the road. At the end of the left and right prongs, there seem to be constructs of some sort.
Any clue to how we get out of here or why we would be in here?
Not yet, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna look back at Kaz. You notice anything?
There's definitely some creatures in the cages back there. I don't know what that means. Other than I really want to get out of here. And I feel like I need to take a nap.
Not a good time for a nap. Maybe after we get out of here?
What's down the middle path?
I haven't gone down it yet, and it extends beyond the range of my vision.
Well, let's check it out then.
Hmm.
I'll start walking down the center pathway.
Yeah.
I'll stop dragging Kaz at this point.
About 10, 15 feet beyond that, Kaz, you're abruptly stopped. And you feel like a tug on your robe. And you feel like a hand grab your foot. And you look down and you see a abnormal creature. 4 eyes. Like here and here. And it looks directly up at you. Hi, hi. Hi, how are you?
Oh
What
shit!
are you? What are you doing here?
You have 2 third eyes.
Third eyes? Regular eyes? I have eyes. Do you have eyes? I have eyes.
You got a third eye, and then another third eye.
Let me out? Let me out.
Ooh.
Don't want to be here no more.
Yeah,
Don't
me
want to be here
neither.
no more.
How about this? You let me out, and on the outside, I'll make sure that it's safe out there for you to come out after.
Safe. Not sure safe. Been here long time.
But how long have you been in here?
Long time. Five AB? AB 5 AB. Been about
Oh,
been about 1,000 years, Kaz, when you do the math.
okay. How did you get here?
He put me here. They put me here.
Who?
Do bad things.
They did bad things, or you did bad things?
Bad things. You do bad things? You be in here too.
So you did bad things to get here.
No. Only do bad things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't do bad things. I got lost,
Lost.
which is
Lost?
bad, I guess.
Not bad. Lost is lost. Up is down, left is right. Left is left, left is left. Left is left. Hi, lost.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hey, are there 2 of you?
2? No. Just me.
Just you. Okay. You know your way around here pretty good.
Yeah. Show you around.
Who else is here?
He's here.
He is here. The one who put you here.
Yes.
Does he cut? Do you see him a lot?
Not a long time. He came
Hmm.
take. He came. He came. He take. He take. He take. He take. He take other one. He take.
Hey.
He take other one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, certainly. What does he look like? I've never seen him. He didn't put me here.
Red. He's red. Red.
Red.
Red. Red. Red.
Got
Red.
scales.
Scales. Scales. Scales. Scales.
Yeah.
Scales. 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 Yes.
Like claws on his hands, like a dragon.
Big dragon. Maybe.
No, not a big dragon. A person that's got scales like a dragon.
Walks on 2 feet. Two
Walks
legs.
on 2 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 legs, 2 arms, just like me.
Let me out.
Sure. Yeah.
Be nice. I'd
Maybe.
be nice this time. I'd be
Yeah.
nice this time. It'd be nice.
No, I can see that in your eyes. That you'd be nice.
And as you say, in your eyes, the two are staring directly at you. One is looking at Freya, and the other one is looking at Kaelin.
No, nope.
And,
Hey,
and they're like transitioning and like just they're all rapidly like moving around.
Hey, but do you have a name?
Name.
Emmy?
Name. Any. Hi, I'm Riddle. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Name. Long time ago, call me. Experiment 14. No, not Experiment 14. Name Est. Est is name. Not 14. Est.
As in
Name is
estimated?
Estriel. No, name is Estriel. Est is name.
Est. Okay. Great.
I really think we need to go. I'm gonna like tug on Kaz a little bit because I'm getting freaked out by this guy. I think we're just gonna head this way. Maybe you go back the other way and check to see if you can find him.
Hey, Est, we
Est
were gonna.
out. Let Est out. Please
we
let
don't-
Est out.
We don't know how.
I can't. You're freaking me out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is what we see this creature's true and actual physical form?
Yes. And as you kind of take a look, and you get close to the bars, it's really, really, really hard for you to make out. Kaz, you were able to make it out the creature very, very well. It's about as tall as Morn, but skinnier than Freya. Like, incredibly thin. And he had a
Crawls on
long,
the ground.
like, elongated body. And it's just covered in these rags.
This is a hobo Slender Man who kind of crawls around on the floor.
I was just gonna type Slender Man.
Something like that. The bottom half is curled up into itself right now. Like if you're looking at it, it almost looks like a snake kind of coiled.
Is it also emanating any type of magic?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it is, but to the point where it seems dangerous, no way. Something's off. Something is off in this room that is messing with it.
What school is it?
Well, it's not actually actively giving off any magic. You can just sense magical energy.
Okay.
But very, 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 very faint. And actually, since you're kind of paying attention to that, you do notice that the magic around Kaz is getting fainter as well. Almost like it's being drawn away from him.
Can I tell if it's going towards any sort of direction?
Make an Arcana check.
Sure. 14.
Not in any direction. It just seems almost like the room is eating it. Like maybe it was designed to house people like this.
Okay.
Let Est out. Let Est
Oh.
out.
To be clear, Est is behind one of the bars, right?
Behind, yeah, it's like in a cage. Like it's behind several different bars. I mean, it's behind a cage.
Hey, Est, I don't have a key to open the bars.
You see another hand, like a couple feet down, like freakishly, like a couple feet down from you, like usually within an arm's reach of like you're like, okay, that's kind of far. You like see an arm reach out and like at the very like just like the tips of the fingers touches like a lock. Lock here. Est out. Lock. Lock here. Let Est out. And you just see like these fingers like elongated fingers like touching the lock.
Now, we were gonna head down this hallway. What's
there.
down there? He's there?
He there.
What if? Now,
there.
who's there?
What?
What?
Is that?
Hey, how about this? If I let you out now, if he's down there, he'll just put you right back in.
Yes, but Est leave. Est go out.
But how? Which way is out?
Through there, and he points through the door.
A door down the hallway that we were going, or a different way?
The one that you're going towards.
The same way that he is.
But he's down there. What if he won't let you through the door?
Est quiet. Est
Oh.
really quiet.
You're
Est.
very sneaky.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Why don't we go deal with him first, and then we can let you out, and he won't be there to stop you. You could just walk right through the door.
You come back for Est?
We could, but yeah, I mean, that's a good plan, right?
Oh my god.
Yes. And like the as you're talking, the left hand is like slowly like walking itself along the floor towards Freya's boot.
No.
And
No.
he's like just like touching the edges of your boots.
I'm stepping. The closer his fingers get to my boot, the further back I'm stepping.
Est,
No.
let Est out.
No.
So, Est, we're gonna go down the hall, and if we can, and the opportunity's there, presents itself as the right thing to do, we'll come back to let you out.
No.
Right?
You leave, Est. You leave.
What did I just say?
No.
I didn't. Did I say leave?
Reasoning with the
Said
3-year-old.
leave. I never said leave. Did you hear leave? You said leave. I didn't
3-year-old
say
with
leave.
eldritch powers.
Now his hand is like, since Freya backed up, his hand is like slowly trying to touch the edge of Caitlin's boot now.
I said come back for you, return to you, let you out, the right thing. Those are words
Back.
that I said. I never said leave.
I'm back. You lie. Est can tell.
Est. Excuse you, sir.
Est.
I would never.
Make a deception check.
Oh please. Oh please. Oh please. Please. Yes.
Holy shit.
I am hurt, and I feel like we had a genuine conversation and we're bonding, and now you've insulted me by saying I would leave you and that I'm a liar.
Est. Est.
As I have to tell you that hurt my feelings.
Est sorry. Est been alone for a long time. And his eyes are just like all over the place right now. Like just all over.
Est is tired, right?
That's tired.
I'm tired too. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah. Room does weird things. No cast magic here. They wake up. They wake up.
Who's they?
They wake up.
Is it the two down the other hallways?
Oh, want see? Let's show you. Let's show you.
No.
Let's show you. And he takes his fingers and just
I don't-
goes and clicks them, and like a little tiny flame comes out the bottom of his finger. They waking up. You blow it out. You hear.
Est, you son of a bitch. You did bad. You told me you were going to do good. You did bad.
Est.
We
They
were
not
going to be
nice.
friends, and I was going to save you, and you're doing bad now.
And he partially, his head almost squid like sticks like a top part of his head out, and you see like an eye come out of the jail cell, and he looks down the hallway. Oh, they awake! They awake!
Look to Freya and Kaylin. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's just go down the middle hallway, book it. Maybe we can get out before those things even reach us.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off at not a run, or probably just like a hurried pace towards the end of the hallway.
A speed walk, a mall walk.
Yes, a mall walk.
Kaz, make a straight strength, because he's holding tightly to your boot. And at disadvantage, because for some reason you feel very weak in this room. Kaz ain't getting away.
I'm gonna
Okay.
beat the shit out of you.
I will, seeing Kaz not
You
following.
guys take off. So you guys take off at a brisk walk away, and you're like, okay, time to go. And you hear, stay Est, as friend, stay with Est, big friend, Est.
I tried to be your friend. You lied. You lied and you did bad.
I know you bad.
And I will
Friend's
try to
coming.
stab his hand with the dagger.
Make an attack.
You beat me to
Make an
it.
attack. Okay. And it's a disadvantage.
I gotta try to find my dagger on my character sheet.
But at the meantime, Kaylin and Freya, you guys do look down the hallway, and those two where it kind of tees off in opposite directions, you do see like bright lights kind of starting to like whir up.
Oh. While Kaz is making an attack, or pulling everything up on the sheet, I would have moved to first try pulling to see if I can pull Kaz free. So whenever he does his dagger attack, to see whatever happens with
Is that a disadvantage with the dagger?
Oh,
Yeah, you are, for some reason, you are drained. Like, you do not feel like you're normal. It does hit. So, you kind of, like, woozily pull out the dagger and just strike down towards the hand. And you do cut, and almost like a purplish goo kind of spreads out in the hand. Like a little... No, he holds strong. Hurt Est.
No. You hurt Est.
No, stay. And he starts pulling on your leg. Stay Est.
Good
And
God!
all of a sudden, the mouth opens up, and 4 rows of the cone heads, the inner teeth, where it's like rows on rows.
The Demogorgon
Yeah.
from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Stay Est.
All right, I'm gonna pull on Kaz to see if I can just pull Kaz free first.
Okay, make a strength check
I'll be helping her.
with advantage.
You want to roll the advantage just in case you're... Oh, sorry, that was a save.
You guys freaking out? Stop freaking out. It's no big deal.
Kaylin, if you want to roll.
My modifier is the same, so you can
as-
go ahead.
Oh god. Oh god. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna attack
Actually,
this.
hold on. I gotta roll. No, I still beat it. Stay asked.
Okay,
Yes!
I'm going to make a dagger attack. First and
you
foremost, is this room dark, dimly lit, or bright?
Dimly lit.
Okay.
But you do see all of a sudden, Kaylin, three of you, as you kind of turn around, you watch as a giant hand reaches like around the corner and grabs, and an eye peers around the corner of this like almost cylindrical head, like Eye of Sauron. This cylindrical head, and in the center of it, a giant crystal that is just moving rapidly, and it stops, and a singular beam focuses down the hallway. And Kaz, you already were feeling drained, but as the eye peers down the hallway, you suddenly feel like you have no energy at all. Like if you wanted to cast something right now, it wouldn't happen for some reason.
Shit. Alright, so I'm gonna make an attack at Est's arm to free
Okay.
Kaz.
Okay. So, if I remember correctly, that is a magical item, correct?
It is.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not
So
doing a
as-
magical attack with it.
It's a magical item.
Ah, shit, come on.
So as you go to strike it down with Shadow's touch, the blade doesn't appear, and you hit it with the hilt of the dagger. And you're like, what the fuck? And you pull the dagger up, and there's no dagger. And you look back up at the creature, and the creature's just staring down the hallway at you.
Have we had a long rest since... Oh, no, I just used it. Damn it.
What are you guys doing?
Fuck. Give me a second. I already used my BAMF.
S is holding tightly to Kaz now, and he's almost doing like a high, he's like over and over repeating his name, and he's almost to a point where he's screaming it.
I'm going to kick him in the face.
Okay. You take 3 points of piercing damage as his fingernails are digging into you, Kaz. Stay est! Stay est! Stay est!
What'd I do for the kicking him in the face?
Roll, I believe. you
Unarmed
would do the
strike or
same-
something?
Yeah, it'd be like an unarmed strike. Okay, does hit.
How do you get 0 damage?
I think it has a minimum of 1, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Why does it say damage 0 then?
do you have a
I-
-1 strength
Oh, I do. Yes.
or
Yeah.
a 0 strength?
Well-
Fuck.
I rolled a 1. So, as you guys are frantically trying to free Kaz's leg, and the creature, this giant robot is looking down the hallway at you and is beginning to kind of like pull itself forward. Freya, you frantically grab onto the bars, and there's a decent amount of room in between them, and you're skinny enough. You take one almost gigantic step back and Sparta kick through the bars. And as you do, you connect with all 4 of the eyes on top of Est and just shove as hard as you can. And you watch as the creature recoils back, and as it does, it lets go of Kaz's leg and grabs a hold of its face. For a split second, screams and begins to reach back out with the left hand.
Now, really quick, being that I was holding on to Kaz, would I have noticed that she was, like, weary? And, like, would that have been, like, noticeable as I was holding on to her? Or do you want me to roll something for it?
I mean, she looks drained.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking is because instead of just quickly like taking off, if I got the sense that Kaz was weakened or strained or tired or something like that, I would probably put her arm around my shoulder and move away.
Physically looks fine, but just looks drained.
Okay, so I'll just err on the side of she seems drained, then I'm gonna put her arm over my shoulder and quickly take off down the hall.
Okay. And the entire time you're running, you just hear screaming down the hallway. Leave Est! Leave Est! Leave Est!
Biased!
See ya.
Be mad at your own decisions, Est. You chose this.
As you watch as like half of a head kind of peers out of the cell. And right as you guys get to the door now, it's about 60 feet away, and you hear this walking down the hallway, and the hallway is beginning to illuminate with whatever this creature is that's walking down it. The eye is like lighting up the entire hallway.
Yeah, I say we just sprint to the door.
Yep, same idea. Just gonna keep running till we get to the door.
Okay, you're at the door.
Sparta kick.
Sparta kick. Okay.
This is Rothos!
Yes!
So you go to kick open the door, and the door does not budge.
Fucking hell. I'll try opening it if there's a handle.
Yep. The door opens,
Fuck you, gent.
and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you go to kick that door and it does not give, and your knee bends in towards your face.
You are such an asshole! Let me have my moment.
Shut. The door was
Oh, my-
shut.
You're like, oh, you just have to pull.
Like kicking on the door, like ramming my shoulder into it, and then it's like, oh, it pulls inwards. My bad.
And as you guys go through the door, you do hear, for a split second, it kind of makes you sad, but you do hear, no, that's not bad, ah!
Nice try to pull on the heartstrings, but no.
Scumbag.
No.
That's why he's in prison.
Yeah, does it make them sad? I don't know. It tried to, like, do something.
I was genuinely
wasn't too
considering freeing this person.
I mean, to like a very small degree, you have some sense of pity because it obviously has been trapped in here a long time and is a little odd, but at the same time, fuck that thing too. So, you know, I'm torn.
Been alone for a long time.
Well, maybe they'll put him out of his misery.
So,
We hath broken through the door and closed thine
Alwyn and
door.
Morn,
Yeah.
you are running through open fields now with about probably 100 other individuals. You guys are, well, not running, because you guys said that you had stopped. You guys had stopped and you guys were kind of hanging out really close to Thane's, waiting for something to happen with the puzzle box as you guys watch as this horde of undead were coming in your direction. They're about probably 800 feet off.
Oh, they're a lot closer now.
Yeah, a lot closer. They're pretty much halfway through the town, and you guys are on the outskirts of the town. About 100 to 150 townsfolk are running across this open farm field right now. Probably about 300 feet from you. You can watch as like a bunch of them are running through like cornfields, wheat field type stuff. As this gigantic dragon is overhead. And did you hear in your heads, the end is near. Bow down and accept your fate. And you hear the low-cased like rumble of a dragon, almost purring, many, many, many thousands of feet up. You watch as the dragon swoops low, almost skimming your head, Morn and Alwyn. It comes like 100 feet from you guys. For a second, you think it's going to swoop directly at you. But as it misses, it comes up and into a slide or a glide, and you watch as the individual in dark black robes stands atop and points his hand out towards the field where the people and villagers are running, and a sickening green beam off of his hand and slides out through the field, and you watch as about half of the villagers instantly turn to dust.
We need to draw it away from the villagers if they're going to have any chance.
I agree. What do you suggest?
And as you say that, the dragon does swoop back up and begins to make a long loop outwards and towards the Fort Thromgard area. So it kind of passes, does a swoop, and then comes back out and veers off. Kind of like it's making a large circle around Skarnsvold.
So it's just causing havoc in a wide area.
We were in Canby, right? Can you go back to the main map?
Yep.
I just want to visualize this.
That
better.
is one fast fucking flyer.
Well, it's not going there immediately. It's making like that turn towards it.
Yeah. I imagine the townspeople are running on this road towards Farnsveld, right?
They're running in all directions.
Okay.
Because remember that giant island, so the witch's hex was basically sitting over Skarnsvold. So people are running towards Fort Thromgard, they're running towards Steinthorn, they're running towards anything and everything they can do to get away from whatever the fuck is happening right now. But as they run back towards Canby and Port Perval, they're realizing that the horde of undead are coming, and you're watching people immediately that ran that direction are coming back instantly. So they're kind of just like, it's just chaos.
Did two things. One, did the dragon seem to notice or take notice of me and Elwyn any more than the rest of the villagers that were running out?
You don't think
And
so?
B, did we have any idea of who's on this dragon?
Make perception checks. You don't think that you don't think that
Would I even be able to see that far?
it's a little different for you. You're picking up an aura. Let's go.
We're seeing
So-
2020.
2020, baby. You don't think that it took notice of you. You don't believe it did. It's just causing chaos. And what was the other question? Oh, if you could notice what's on the back of it.
Or do we recognize who's on there, or I know anything about this person?
So, Morn, you see a heavily cloaked black individual, and as it passes, you get a pretty good look. Even though it is dark, you get a pretty good read. The individual, the face, for the split second that you see it, looks like a skull. And you see a crown on top of the head, with 3 pinnacles. Alwyn, you see, almost like Lord of the Rings, when Frodo goes into the
Wraith
rings.
world.
Yeah. You see an undead individual, and you see black and almost like flames like flying off of it as it flies by, and as it looks in your direction, not in at you, but in like your direction as it looks towards the town people, you just see a skull. And these 3 almost like frickin' star beacons on top of its head.
Oh. I dare say that's the one we're to go after.
How do we get its attention? Keep it away from these people. And where are these people even supposed to go? If they stay, they're gonna die to the Horde. If they run with us, they're gonna die to the dragon.
I don't know how much left there is to do for them. We could try to fight the Horde, and we may fall. Or we go
Maybe
after the dragon and the rider, and we may fall.
Maybe if we kill enough of these undead that are coming up, the dragon would take notice. He seems to be, maybe he's in charge of them.
Well, I doubt it's a coincidence that they're happening at the same time.
They're both like undead things. I saw a skull on top of the rider.
So,
Yeah,
to make a point, as it swooped in, it's heading kind of off in this direction over the water, and like making like it looks like it's making like a loop. So it didn't stick around. It like hit, came down, looped, and then almost took off in an arc.
Let's try and keep this wave contained here, and no undead can get further inland. Give these people that are running away a chance. They're running in different directions. The dragon can't catch all of them.
I mean, there's thousands of undead out there. There's only 2 of us. You really think we can take them all?
No, but we can make a scene. And
Have
then,
even bigger threats come down on our heads. Well,
or do we just hope that the people are dispersed enough and that the dragon won't kill them all? We need to get the dragon's attention somehow.
You turn back around, Alwyn, and look towards that group of the horde of undead.
mm-hmm.
There's more. A lot more.
There's too many.
They're coming from the Port Perval looking area, and it even looks like they're coming from like here.
From the river.
Yeah, like, cause you guys are like right about it here-ish. You're kind of at that fork in the road, and like you see like like a horde this here, and then like from here, and then they're coming from Canby as well. So you're not sure what's going on over here.
So there's some coming from not the water on the coast of Canby as well. There's some coming from the mainland, from surrounded.
Like from here.
I think we need to protect the people that are running. Try and make it as best we can. And where would they want to be when they come out of the box? What else were they looking for?
I don't really know what about the box that well. I mean, clearly there's something in there, as
Right,
that's where they are now.
But what other thing were they looking for? We could go to where they want to be. But I don't know where they wanted to go. Where was I think they were looking for the sword. Or was it the staff?
We already
I don't
have
know.
both of
There's
those.
too much going on. And I kind of just put my hand in my head. Morn's brain's overloaded. Morn needs to cool off, so he's gonna go slay a couple of zombies real quick.
Morn just like takes off and begins to just hack and slash. And every time you put one down, one stands back up. And you're kind of watching Alwyn as usually thing of beauty, Morn killing shit. Because everything just dies before him. Just like huge, giant swings, just taking things out. But you watch as whatever he hacks down, just like he splits a zombie in half, almost down the middle. Both halves stand back up and begin to kind of like crawl in his direction.
Jeez.
For every 5 that he cuts down, maybe 1 stays down.
I'm kind of more just out of it swinging, and periodically you'll see Morn look back at Elwyn, just like hoping he has some sort of answer, because Morn does not have an answer. Can we still see the dragon? Is it in the
It's
proximity?
getting farther away.
Out over the water?
Yeah,
Does it look like it's heading north?
kind of like a north-northeast.
Is it heading to Dupter? I'll shout back to Elwyn. And I'll put up at the dragon.
Am I even able to tell from this range? It's pretty far away.
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
Not great.
You're not entirely positive. Oh yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure. It's wide arcing, but you're not sure if it looks like it's straightening out and heading north or if it's making like a roundabout. It's just getting too far away. You're just barely able to make out the aura.
I don't know. I can barely even tell that it's there.
What other item did we still need to find? I'm gonna get kind of agitated.
Well, we've got what is likely the sword. We've got the spear. Rhea's bow. I mean,
We're
is that-
missing the staff.
Well, that's what we think is inside the box. I mean, at this point, I'm running over to join Morn.
You guys are getting overrun at this point.
Yeah, we'll start kind of jogging out. I'm assuming the horde's not that fast on land. Or am I wrong about that?
Some are and some aren't.
Okay. Well, I'll
Like
start
the
running
ones
that.
that are like the ones that have obviously, like villagers that fell and or like broke their legs or something like that. Like it's still broken, so they're crawling after you. But there are ones that are still very healthy, and it's almost like what's the one, like the actual fucking scary zombie movie, like Land of the Dead or whatever, the ones that actually like sprint at you? Like those ones are actually like there's a good chunk of them that are actually like in a dead run after you guys. And you're noticing them, some are beginning to notice the villagers that are screaming and running through the cornfields and the wheat fields. So,
Listen, I think staying here is a very bad idea.
Oh, we need to run, but where do we run to?
If we fall, we're the only ones out here right now that have any chance in hell at stopping whatever's happening. So
As long as this,
as
long as
much as
this
it hurts
box
to
is
say,
safe.
I think we need to worry more about ourselves at the moment.
we need to keep this box safe.
That too.
Not kind of hug the thing closer. If what you said is true, once they come out and they have the staff, we'll have all the weapons, and then we can go fight something. But until then, we have to keep it safe, and we have to make sure this dragon doesn't find us. But I don't.
I think first order of business is to get out of the way of this horde.
Yeah, at this point, I'm
Somehow.
already running inland. I'll be at a jog. Whatever Alwyn can keep up with, Morn will have no trouble setting that pace.
like 60 feet per round dashing.
You guys are in a dead sprint. So,
Actually, I'm gonna let's make this easier. I'm gonna transform into let's see. What is fast that Alwyn could ride? Oh, a riding horse. Draft horse. So I'll be a horse
okay.
running across, and I'm gonna start heading towards the direction that I think the swamp is at, because I believe that we have gone this way before, staying northwest of Scornsfeld, heading into the swamp. At least it's a direction I know of.
Okay. So Alwyn immediately jumps on top, and you cut like 3 or 4 undead down as you climb on top and like kind of get your bearings as Morton takes off at a full run. So,
I was about
Kaz.
to say, where the hell are we going? But then I
I would've-
realized he's a horse. He can't talk to me right now.
I would have, before I transformed, been like, I'm heading to the swamp. I think we'll be the safest there, and that's really what matters. And then you'll see me transform into a horse.
Alan wasn't with us when we went to the swamp. That was Henri.
Well,
Oh, yeah. But he would have heard of it.
Oh, sure. I'm just saying.
he knows
I-
of it.
No, I was
Never
just
met.
I
thinking.
know of it from Andre.
Yeah, no, I was thinking back to when we were in the swamp, and I was like, oh yeah, that was Henri, because that was a while back now.
It was a while back.
A while back.
So, Kaz, Kaylin, and Freya, you bust through the door, and immediately you're greeted by a room. Dark and ominous. You see pylons shooting off in all directions. And you see 2 giant tubes at the very end of this room. And books, and scattered books, and scribbles on the walls and on the floors. You see notes and papers scattered across the room. To your left and to your right, you notice boards along the wall with the human body, the dragonborn body, the elven body, like almost like a full dissection. And you notice a table in the middle of the room, bloodied and just dripping with random assortments of things.
I would have closed the door behind us once all 3 of us were in. And then I'll take Kaz's arm off from around my shoulder. Well, this doesn't look like the way out, but maybe it has an answer to the way out?
As you feel much better.
You know, say, does the air feel different in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said there's a body?
No. There's a table in that middle. And there's graphs and stuff all along the left and the right of the wall of like bodies. Like
Oh, like Da Vinci
dis-
drawings.
correct, like dissections.
I see.
Yes.
Not like corpses.
No.
But nobody in here. I think Kaz probably would have assumed that he, as Esk put it, would be in here, but we don't see anybody.
So, you're standing at the door. What are you doing?
And this is very clearly just a room. It doesn't look like there's not like a pathway There's not like hallways or anything like that. It's just a room.
Make a perception check. Okay. So, what you notice, standing at the end of the door of the room, you notice that pylon in the very center of it. Centered on the pylon is a gorgeous looking, almost elvenly done staff centered in it, with beams and cords attached to this, and every like 3 to 5 seconds shoots off and hits both of those like capsules that are just, the water is grimy and almost like green and brown, and you can't quite see in unless maybe you get closer. But right now you're kind of looking at it and you don't see anything in it. The one on the left is kind of cracked and you're having a hard time seeing it.
My face is gonna light up a little bit.
And on the other side of the staff, directly behind it, you notice a door.
Ooh. Okay, so
Like-
noticing.
Like where this window is.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't even look like a door. Every time the lightning hits that doorway or whatever, almost shimmers.
Okay, so yes, my face is gonna light up seeing the staff and what looks like maybe an exit. I think that's the staff, right up by that altar thing there.
Please put your tokens on the map, by the way.
I think you're right, but I think that it's powering the two things on either side of it.
Do a little of this real quick.
And if we take it, whatever's in there is going to escape or die or do something.
But what else would we do? We need the staff, and we need to get out of here.
What's? I guess let's look at the table. Can I investigate the table to see if there's anything on there? I'm looking for some kind of like tool to shut down the mechanism that is in front of us here.
Full investigation.
While Kaz is rolling, I'm gonna just move a little closer. Not all the way up, but just kind of slowly getting closer.
The table doesn't have any tools or anything on it that you notice, but you do notice like a ton of dried, almost reddish brown liquid. And you do notice used body parts on the ground around it. All the wires do run back to about here-ish, and there seems to be kind of a table.
And is this the way it looks on the map? Like this is second story?
Yes.
Like these stairs go up?
Yep.
okay.
And there's a bunch of books and whatnot up there as well.
So let's trace the cables and see where they go to.
I'll try the left side. I'll go up the left side.
My concern is that the staff is powering the prison, right? And if we take it, the inmates will be free, or worse.
Fair. But all we have to do is snatch it and run. But I wouldn't mind trying to find a way to shut it all down if it seems straightforward enough.
So, another thing that you do notice is as you walk closer, like kind of here-ish, these are doors. And they seem to have boards over them.
Okay.
And
is
as
there
you get
something?
closer, oh, go ahead.
Is there something heavy we can put in front of the door that we came in? I want to barricade it shut.
There seems to be some kind of like coffin or holding thing right there.
Kaylin, you want to help me try to block the door?
Very well.
Roll a strength check with advantage.
That's a save. It would actually be like a 9 and a 7.
Yeah, you're having a hell of a time. Kalen's helping you, but it doesn't seem like he's actually helping you.
His heart's not in it.
He seems a little distracted by the room, and you feel like you're doing a lot of the pushing and pulling. And he's kind of like looking around the room, like staring at stuff. You kind of give him one of those like, "You can help, motherfucker."
Man, I feel like I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, metaphorically, but also mostly literally.
Broom-tsh.
Why do you let him
And-
talk to you like that, Kalen? You know that you're much stronger than he is.
She.
Regardless of even if that is true, you're much stronger than I am, so why don't you come out here and help me do it?
But I'll get dirty. I love it when you growl at me.
Never mind. I'll cut the telepathic link. Like, I want nothing to do with this conversation right now.
You can feel like her, like right as you cut it, you can feel like the frustration, like, oh no.
That's cute. Old married couple.
And what about where the cables go to? What do
That's-
we see where
That's
they
what I'm
end?
doing. I'm actually, I'd be walking up the I guess to the second story to see if I can see a way to turn these things off, following the cables.
Hey,
Well, do they go up or do they go under?
okay, you ready? So, they go up. So roll a... Are you touching or are you just looking?
Well, right now I'm just following the cables to see
Mhm.
where they're going to, and then looking. I'll start by looking at.
So, roll another perception check for me. And actually, no, because you rolled a 24, so yours are actually really, really good. Kaz, roll a perception check for me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I got an 18 and a nat 20 on perception.
Right.
This is my week.
Good night.
So what you both notice is, Kaylin, you're kind of like in the middle of the room, like kind of frustrated with Felicity right now, and you're kind of like doing one of those like shut the fuck up. You're like looking around the room, but at the same time you're really frustrated, not really paying attention. Freya and Kaz, as you kind of go up and you go to come around the staircases, first thing you notice, Freya, the canister to your left is cracked and opened. And you notice almost like a tentacle / arm hanging out of one side of it. Incredibly decayed.
You
The
said
two-
left. You mean so?
Yes.
Of these two, the one that's on the bottom versus.
Yes.
Oh. I went up on the top though.
Correct. But you walked by it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And you kind of look at it and you're like, whoa. And you kind of like, okay. And you just like continue up the stairs. And these right here, you notice a creature that looks a lot like Est, completely dissected, and you notice like all the portions. And do you read Draconic?
I believe that was. Yes, draconic.
You do? Okay. It is labeling each and every body part of that creature.
Ooh.
You notice a dragonborn one. You notice a gnome one. And you notice what seems to resemble some other like monsters and creatures.
And it's all written, all the body parts are all labeled in Draconic.
Correct.
Peculiar.
And you even like you look like really really close. Like in like fine writing, and it labels like a time of like expiration outside of the body.
The
Like
fuck?
it gets really specific, like weirdly specific. And as you walk up the stairs, you notice scribbling, handwritings on some of the railings, and you notice pieces of paper, like notes strewn, and you kind of pick one of them up. And one of them is a piece of paper from what looks to be some kind of journal. Day 493. I have succeeded in the dissection of the creature. I have noticed the body parts do not stand outside of the body for more than an hour before the parts are no longer usable. Will not be able to aid myself in further transformations. Note. And as you come to that first blue, almost vase-looking jar, it's a heart. A very large heart, like as big as your head, and it's just pumping. And you could hear like the sucking noises as it's like breathing in and continually pumping. And every time it does, you notice that the it almost sends like an electrical pulse down and towards the tubes and the table. Same with the one on the far end. Kaz, you come up the right side. First thing you notice is the giant cylindrical tube. Can't really see anything inside of it. It's really hard to see through, but with a nat 20. As you kind of like look at it, you take a moment and you're just taken back by it. All of a sudden an eyeball up against the glass and like runs along the glass and then disappears. Split second. Kind of catches you off guard. Like, what the fuck? The drawings on the wall here. You notice a dissection of a dragonborn. You notice the dissection of an elf, a human, and a large chart kind of on the right side. You've only heard stories of these, but it seems to be some kind of like a beholder. Not quite sure. And it goes into intricate details about each one of the eyes and what it does and uses for them. As you go up, you also find notes. In Draconic. Do you read? Yeah, you read Draconic. And you pick the first note up. And it reads, Day 1322. I have successfully merged with it. I have the ability to cast spells through its form. The body seems to reject my form, but I believe I am getting closer to prolonging my life. This will greatly aid me in years to come, as the research will get better. I do feel my next couple of tests should prove to be most valuable and allow me the key that I need to securing a permanent form. I will need to go outside of this domain to gather more mats. But I will run this next test and see. And as you come up the right side, you notice the same thing that Freya did. Almost a large size heart, as big as your head, encased in these blue jars, and just every time that the heart beats, you just watch as like electrical pulses come down the tubes and towards the center capsules.
And both of them are hearts?
Yes.
Yeah, boy. Okay. Can I investigate the kind of Tesla coil here where the staff is to see if the staff is powering the machine or vice versa, or just see if I can figure out how this would work?
So roll an Arcana check. Okay.
Yeesh.
With the perception check, you do notice at the top of that table, and in between the Tesla and the table, there is a lever. And as you look at the staff and the Tesla coil, you're not quite sure if it's running things or if it's just running because the hearts are still beating. So you're not sure if it's doing anything other than just kicking off energy because the hearts are still working.
Okay. So I'll kind of ask the other two, hey, there's a lever down here. Should we try to shut this off and then do a snatch and grab and take the staff and book it out of here? Or what do you guys think?
My idea precisely.
And before we decide, there's definitely something alive in this canister on the right.
I think that's
In
definitely the
fact,
most logical
now-
option.
Now that I'm thinking about it, the only thing I saw move was an eye. And a lot of things have eyes. But the charts over there have a beholder, which happens to be a creature with a lot of eyes.
The issue that I see is that this appears to be some form of experimentation sanctum of some kind. And there's probably several unspeakable creatures living in here. But if we don't get this staff and get out and get back to the others, the world as we know it could die too. So I feel like we have to kind of choose the lesser of evils, and probably just getting it and getting out as soon as possible is the better option.
So I think our options are turn this mechanism off, then grab it and leave, or leave it as is, just grab the staff on our way through the door.
I think probably turning it off, just so that if there's any kind of strange discharge from what it's hooked up to, we don't potentially get harmed from it.
Yeah, you never want to mess with that discharge.
The discharge, though.
I think, that might endanger whatever's in here, but I think living 1,000 years in a tube of gelatinous whatever this is, I'm okay with the ethics of putting this thing down, right?
And for all we know, even if we didn't turn it off, the second we grab that staff, maybe everything stops
True.
anyway.
Your side had hearts as well.
Yeah.
I think these hearts will probably stop beating. They're just hearts, I think, to be saved for later. There's no soul in them. I don't think. So
If there was, it's probably not a happy one.
yeah, I'm okay with the ethics of stopping this. I just don't want to shut it off and then have it unseal things that will chase us.
Well, let's just hope that we can grab and go.
So, as you stand and have this little conversation, Kaz, you do notice as you walk down and kind of towards the table, there's a small, almost coffee table towards the bottom of the stairs. That seems to be some form of a map.
Oh.
With a natural 20, that would definitely do it. So, what you are going to see... Let me see if I can do this really quick. You guys continue having your conversation. I'm just going to draw this really fast.
So I think pull the lever, give it a second to see if power does cease, grab it, and then go through that, what I think is a doorway.
Now, okay, I've got two questions. When we were in the other room, it didn't look like the bars were, like, electrically powered in any way. I think they're just steel bars, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So if we cut off power, I don't think it will necessarily unlock the bars that they were in. Estimate it seemed like we just manually unlatch the lock, and that will do it. So
Right.
maybe instead of barring the door that we came in, we try to find a way to manually keep this container shut and then turn off the power, take the staff, and then get out. If we could like barricade it closed, that way whatever's in there is not going to follow behind us, or at least is less likely to.
Okay, yeah,
We buy that.
I like it. What do you think,
Yeah.
Caitlin?
I think that's a good of an idea as any.
You notice almost like a little map. And each one of these things are in Draconic, are labeled. And you do read jungle, snow, astral sea, prison dormitories, the infinite library, unexplored. This empty space kind of in between is astral sea as well. Experimentation room, which is where you seem like you are right now, and you notice kind of a jut off this way, and it says unknown / under construction,
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm not reading this, sorry.
and then it seems to be like something that juts south, and you notice several different doorways this way.
So this line here is the door that would be to our right on the map.
Possibly.
Okay, so the door that we were seeing behind the I don't know, the pyre that was sparking, whatever you called it. The
Pylon.
the pylon, thank you. That doorway is the one here. That's marked as unknown. From what we can tell anyway.
The one from like the one behind. You're
Yeah.
unsure.
Okay. Oh. Well,
'Cause
I mean
remember-
for Cass,
Remember
sorry.
now, whenever you were looking in here, and I remember this was a doorway. This was a doorway,
Right.
and then this shimmered.
So if Kaz was looking at that map, he might deduce that the one that says unknown or under construction
Would be this
is
one,
that one.
I would think,
Possibly.
because it's opposite the prison.
Yeah.
So this would be tipped 90 degrees clockwise. So the question is, the room with all the doors, is that even where we want to go?
That's where we first transported in. I don't think there was a way out. Because we just kind of like bamped in there. We didn't walk through a doorway.
True.
Which one are you talking about?
Where we started. With all the doorways that had like the ice room, the astral
That
sea
one.
room. Yeah.
That was here.
Oh, this is where we started. This is the one. Okay. So this one on the map has doors, but we've not been in a room with 4 doors like this.
No.
So the
Well-
door to the right potentially would be of value.
Yeah, I get, again, I tend to be cautious and say, like, let's look through the doors. But we now know sometimes when you look through a door, you're pulled into it. So I don't know if
Yeah, we've already been in the library. We've already been in the prison. We've already been in the room with all the doors that we came through the jungle. There wasn't particularly a obvious way out from there. So if we wanted to try for a way out, it might be a way that we haven't gone yet.
either this question mark room or the one with all the door options.
Yep.
Now this doorway is boarded up, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means something or not.
I want to quickly just like cast prestidigitation. I don't care whatever I do. I just want to see if I can use magic in here.
Works just
Okay.
fine.
Well, if this diagram is correct, then this entire place is floating in the astral sea, it seems. I should be able to get us out of here once we grab the staff.
Oh boy.
Well, that's
Okay.
promising.
I like the sound of that. Let's have a plan B, just in case. And I'll look at Kalen to see if he's not offended. Not that I don't believe in you. And I realize that I've said my catchphrase, and I'll grab him by the shoulders and say, I believe in you.
Never hurts to have a backup plan just in case
But
this area
yeah.
doesn't count as a different plane of existence.
So if it doesn't happen that way, do we want to go to the unknown or to the door to the right?
Probably the door to the right.
Okay.
Not that the unknown isn't a way out, but just the fact that he's listed it as unknown or under construction is concerning.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay. Then can we, before we hit go, take down these boards? I don't have a sword or anything, but can we chop these boards up so that the door is like ready for us to walk through it if we need to? And then once we do that, turn the power down, grab the staff. Kalen can do your thing. We get a go, no go on that. If it doesn't work out, run through the door. Does that sound like the plan?
I've
That
already
sounds like a
started.
plan.
Okay. Okay, then let's do that. Before we do it, I want to cast Rary's telepathic bond, just so that if we get separated, we can communicate telepathically with each other, and we'll know what's going on.
Good idea.
And then we'll start breaking boards, I guess.
I don't have a good method for breaking, so I'm testing to see if they can just be pulled off. Ginger McGingington.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull the boards off?
They pull off rather easily.
Oh, nice. Great! Don't have to break any boards, can just pull them off.
All right, so we kind of tear him down enough to where we can walk through the door. Who wants to pull the lever? Who wants to grab the staff?
Go. The lever goes left or right. Like it's like centered, and you can either go left
Oh, it's in the middle.
or you
Okay.
can go right. Right now it's in the middle.
Um,
And all of a sudden you hear and you look back from the door that you came through, and it is shaken pretty heavy.
Ah, yes. Our friends are here to join the fun. We should probably
Okay.
hurry.
Then let's go. I say throw the lever left, because the one on the left looks like it's cracked, and the thing in there may be already dead. So throw the power to the left side.
I'll do it. If one of you want to grab the staff.
I can do
And a
that.
fist comes through the door.
I'm gonna push the lever to the left.
All of the hearts start going. And they
the
all just
lever
like starts they all like start to like the substance begins to glow less and less.
on the left side or the right?
All the hearts.
All right. Fuck 'em.
And you see the robot's face peer through the entire door and begin looking around the room.
I will. The electricity is still going through this staff the same way it was. It doesn't look like it. Differed.
It's slowly starting to pulse down.
All right. I'll just grab it. I'm
Okay.
Yeah,
gonna
just-
die, and you die.
You take 11 points of lightning damage as Kaz grabs hold of the staff and just begins to get like fried. Make a strength check, just a straight strength check, as you're trying to lift this out of however it was placed in there. No, it's not budging.
Galen, come help me.
I will also help,
Boom.
Yeah, I'll help him.
seeing
It's
Kaz
looking
struggle.
directly at Kaylin and Kaz.
I'm gonna grab Kaz's arm, try to assist pulling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
as
help
is
him out.
Kaylin.
do it with advantage. When you guys roll.
Pull, Kaz, pull. Do it.
Does that mean me go again? Or
Yeah,
one of
do
you
it
guys
again.
go?
Do it with
You have
advantage.
the high,
Any-
you've
anyone
got the
with
highest
advantage.
modifier, so yeah, you roll.
Oh,
well,
fuck, roll again.
doesn't
It's
matter.
advantage. It's advantage. Roll again.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh god.
Alright. It's all those
The-
good perception
The
checks.
staff begins to budge, and you're slowly pulling it out, and you're just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Boom! Like the other fist comes through and is looking directly at you, and it is eyeing you both up as it begins to like try and pull itself through the doorway. And all of a sudden, to your right, Kaz, as you're pulling the staff up, you look in the tube to your right, and there is a whole face staring back at you.
Nope.
pull it out?
Does it
Finish.
come all the way out or no?
Not yet. It's just pulling it up. And as the face stares back at you, a secondary face comes on the glass above the first giant face. A red dragonborn that seems to be fused oddly to this body.
What the
And it's
fuck?
just staring at you, and the eyes are whited over completely.
Pull
But
it
it's
out!
just, and it's just rubbing its face along the glass, staring at you guys.
Pull it out!
Make one more strength check with advantage.
Do it. Do it.
Let's
16.
go.
Hmm.
The glass begins to break next to you as the creature starts to like bang its head against the glass.
Come on, Jim!
Pop! It's free.
Quickly.
And at that moment, the glass and the fluid begins to pour out, and one of the eyeballs kind of begins to like reach out and like move in all directions.
Quickly, stow it away and link hands in a circle.
Kaz,
Throw
put it
it
away!
back. Grab Kaylin's hand.
Okay, grabbing hands.
Alright, and then once we're all linked up, I will cast plane shift. That was not it. There we go, that's plane shift.
You go to link hands, and you go to plane shift, and you grab and you think of like where you're going, and it's not working. And you look back at the robot, and it's staring directly at you.
Through the door!
Right through the door.
Through the door!
Yeah.
It pulls itself halfway into the room and begins to stand up.
We're through the door. We ran through the door.
I'll run through the door. Can I try to firebolt him just as I run through on my way?
You reach back and you cast firebolt. Nothing. It's
Oh.
staring directly at you.
It's a construct that has an anti-magic spotlight.
You stand up
Okay.
and it begins to run at you.
Go through the door!
Just
Go through the
sprint,
door!
sprint through the door as quick as we can.
Yeah.
You sprint through the doorway and shut the door behind you.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you're in this next room. And in this next room, you have 4 doorways. And in the center of this room is a giant, almost
Ass? That's what it looks like. Giant ass.
you read it in Draconic as Astral Sea. So think of Game of Thrones, like season 1, when they're in that giant castle and it has that like giant hole in the center of the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like out in the nothingness. Yeah, you look through this center hole and it's just nothingness.
Okay.
Are there any labels around any of the 4 doors?
Yeah, there is.
What do they say?
You read Draconic?
I have eyes of the Runekeeper, I read everything.
Yes, you do.
Ooh.
The far left, and actually this Draconic is weird. It is like almost like an ancient Draconic. So you do make it out, but it's almost like broken English. To the far leftmost one, it says something about hell. This one right here says something about an elemental plane. This gives you a Feywild type. And this one reads exit.
We don't want to go to hell, the Feywild, or the fucking... I already forgot the third one, so exit... I'm pointing towards the exit door.
And as you're saying this, the beholder comes into the room, and this like red dragonborn is like half like sitting up but like half down, and like you watch as like the neck just kind of like and like looks in your general direction.
Yeah, I'll hurriedly point at the exit door and say, that one right there.
Let's go. Hasty decisions at this point. Going through the exit door.
Everybody's making hasty decisions tonight.
Yeah. As long as everybody's
So what's the
moving
order
in the-
going out? What's the order going out?
if he's pointing, I'll go through the door first.
Okay.
Kaylin, you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
I'll let you go first.
All right, I'll be next.
The eye aims at you. Make a dexterity saving throw, Kaylin, as you're like running through the door and at the last one through.
14?
It's a fail.
Fuck!
Oh. You take 58 points of damage
What the fuck?
as you are running through the door, and you get smoked in the back, like the center of your back, with a sickish green energy. And for a second, you feel your skin begin to turn to dust, and you like focus really hard, and you jump through the doorway. And as you land, the breath is almost knocked out of you, and as you land, the wind comes right back into you. And
Through
as
that
you
new hole in
land,
his back.
and as you land, as you land, Freya, Kaz, and Kaylin, you guys take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah.
Ouch.
As you immensely pop out of the cube and onto the ground at a full gallop from a horse.
I'll see, like, hit the ground and go rolling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm-
like
You
So-
fell off a horse.
Well, wait,
Yeah,
Morn had it on him and then transformed. Where did the box go then?
it's like inside. I don't know. It gets kind of weird because technically
Yeah.
it
I
transforms
was kind
into
of
him.
joking. I was
So-
mostly joking.
So, Morn,
He shat us out.
we're gonna get
Swear
really
to
weird
God.
here. Roll a d4.
I gave
Roll a
birth.
d4. Roll a d4. Roll a d4.
I transformed into a
I have-
female horse.
Yep, I rolled a d4. I've labeled each one of the ends in my head.
Oh god. A 4.
That's the butthole.
Yeah.
So you watch
Oh
as
my
you're
God.
you're in a full fucking full ass gallop, and all of a
Oh
sudden,
yeah, my
Morn,
ass is full, that's for sure.
yeah. So all of a sudden, Morn, you're just like, oh, and just bloop bloop bloop, and you watch as 3 individuals, like Alwyn, you just kind of like out of the corner of your eye watch 3 people just get ejected out the backside of Morn and hit the ground. We're talking like scorpion, ass over end tea kettle, like flipping up and over their ends.
Do I take any damage as my butthole is getting ripped open?
We'll say because it's a magical means, technically, you're fine. Just
Okay.
little loosey goosey, feels kind of weird. You're not really sure about it. You're
Well,
not
Martin
really
hasn't
with
done
it.
anal before, so.
I know you're not really positive. There was always a rule that I wasn't really like, you're like, well, technically, like if it was the bag of holding, it'd be like really different. I actually wouldn't know how that would work, but technically, he put it in his pocket and then transformed. So
Yeah.
technically, it says per transformation, it melds into his body. So
Yeah,
what
it's-
happens when he comes
It's
back?
really weird.
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's like, in my mind, if it's in a pocket and it's inside of his body, it's coming out one way or another.
It's coming out of a pocket in there too.
Yeah, fucking prison pocket.
Yeah.
Morn stores a lot of items in the prison pocket.
The fuck?
God.
So you watch Elwyn out of the corner of your eyes. You watch 3 people get ejected, and just like Kaz goes full scorpion. Freya hits, and like skiers going down mountains when they fuck up, like end over end. And then you watch as Kaylin comes out, and for a split second you think you see a green beam, and like just hits the dirt and slides face first.
Yeah, I've got a massive laser beam scorch mark on my back.
Yeah,
Just
you watch
about-
as he's half smoking and like sliding at the same time.
I'll kind of like pull on Morn's
Oh.
neck a little bit to try to get him.
Don't
to stop.
worry, I noticed.
Yeah, he noticed.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Trust me, he noticed.
I don't know how much.
Yeah,
you noticed.
Alan doesn't know. He's like, yeah, just to be safe, something came out of the
Yeah.
butthole.
Did something just come out of my interdimensional butthole?
Just because Owen's butthole has been used so many times that he doesn't feel an entire person come out of it.
Oh God.
Well, I didn't see all that happened. Was
Nope,
I
you
able
just
to
watched-
tell that that's what happened?
You're not sure where they came from. 3 people just came
Yeah.
out. That's all
Yeah,
you know.
I'll immediately circle around, transform out of my wild shape.
As you transfer Alwyn's, like now he's just like hanging onto your back. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
It's like a
if I,
piggyback.
if I can feel him starting to change back, I think I'll hop off.
I mean, it's pretty instant. It's not like it's a slow transformation.
I'm thinking like Animorphs, like kind
Piggyback!
of
Nah.
takes
Piggyback
like a
ride!
second.
I knock Elwin out first.
So what? Yeah. So what you
I
notice
rear
is
up in the air, my 2 hooves. Elwin falls off my back, and then I.
so what you notice, Morn, is
Owen
you
breaks
notice
his
3
neck and he
individuals. Freya is pretty fucked up. She went end over end. Kaz, full scorpion, is now just laying there, and Kalen is like face first in the ground. It looks like he slid for like 5-ish feet, like pretty good distance, 5-10 feet, and his back is smoldering.
I think I kicked my own face.
I'm gonna look up, like, when you have a dream where you wake up and you feel like you're still dreaming, and you're super confused. I'm just gonna look up and look around and be like, what the fuck just happened?
You said Kalen's on fire?
I think you're back.
Yeah, his back is like smoldering.
I'm smoldering from like a laser beam. I'm not like on fire.
Yeah, he's got like a hole like this big in the center of his back, and it's like smoldering. Like he's got like a tiny little smoke trail. Like he's smoldering. Not fire, but he's smoldering.
Owie. I guess I'll get. I'll tend to the most wounded person first.
Kaylin!
That's definitely
Yeah.
Kalen.
You can tell from the smoke trail. Oh, fucking
Yeah,
shit.
Kayla's not even moving. You're just hearing like low grunts and like just like the slightest moves.
I'll give him 40 from my lay on hands. Ooh.
That helps.
I think
Kaylin, that helps.
Kalen's spine blew out. She can help with that.
God damn, Shawty blew his back out.
Yeah.
It's not possible lasers don't have mass.
I'm gonna look behind us to see if there's anything coming through whatever the hell we just fell out of. To me, I'd be like, did we just fly through a portal in the sky or whatever?
You're gonna have to
I'm
go
just-
closer to Morn's butthole.
Well, I don't know that. So I'm just gonna be looking around, making sure there's not like a beholder floating around us anywar.
You don't notice anything.
The beholder.
Do I
comes
feel like I need to take a big shit at the moment?
No.
Okay, I think we're good.
out. The question
Oh, yeah,
is,
no, I
do
transformed
you
back,
still
but-
feel like you took a big shit?
Why would he have to feel it at this point? I mean, it's just open. It just falls now, pancake style.
Oh god.
Okay.
It's like a cow. You just walk, and then
Yes,
wherever
yes,
you are,
It just drops.
God.
Plop,
Just
plop,
drops.
plop.
No, I'm out of my horse form now, so there's no need to.
Yeah,
shit
everything
people out of it.
shrunk back up. It's like that surgery that girls get sometimes. It's like everything's closed now. He's good, fixed. No, you seriously, you do not feel like you have to take a shit. Everything seems normal. There's no beholder or anything that followed you through, but you guys are hurting pretty good. Necks, backs, legs, like you did some flippies.
were we running?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, were you guys running from something?
Yes. By the way, are we still being pursued, or were we fast enough to get away from the Zambonis?
Hold on, let me look at my roll from
Zambonis are pretty slow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm
So-
hoping.
You, with your vision, because you see differently, the rest of the party can't really see it, but you see it. About maybe like 1,500 feet out, roughly. A
Mhm.
ways back, you do see the outline of like undead energy.
We
Dead sprint.
There's a bunch of undead that came out of the water near Canby, and we had to run away. We tried to fight them, but they were too many, and every time that I cut them in half, they still keep on fighting. Even though their heads are off or whatever, I can't do anything to them. And then
Yeah.
this dragon came, and there was some person with a skull head riding it, and he killed a bunch of people, and everyone's running just kind of all over the place. And we tried to help them, but eventually realized that we had to keep the box safe so that the person on the dragon didn't get it. And so I was going to run to the swamp.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Pretty
we
sure
got
that
it.
the one on that dragon is the one that is behind all of this. Not a far leap.
He said that everyone is going to die.
not anymore. We did
No.
manage to get the staff.
We have all the weapons then.
That is everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing that we were missing was the staff, because we were still struggling with the box. Now we have it.
So now we have all the, what were they called? The weapons of fate. Now we can fight the
shards of
undying
fate.
one.
The question is, where do we find him?
How? Where? When?
When?
You guys
Well,
are
Ash-
about right here. And as you kind of look up and to your right, an entire island area has sat itself literally on Scornsvold. Like, you can't even see Scornsvold anymore. Like, the walls that you used to be able to see are gone.
Morgan's not going to say anything, but he's just going to point in that direction.
I think we ought to head that way. To the island.
You think that's where he is?
Well, he's wherever that dragon is, probably.
So, as you guys all take a moment to gather your bearings and look up towards the island that has rested itself atop Scornsvold, the citadel that used to sit in between the island and Scornsvold has now rested itself atop Scornsvold, and it looks like from the top of it you can see almost like it's spewing a bunch of black winged creatures into the sky as they are sprouting out and flying in all directions.
Oh, that
That's
doesn't
where
look
we-
good.
That's where we're going. This is it.
This might be the end.
Well,
This music is too good.
not if we have anything to say about it.
It's hitting on point.
It's the end for someone.
It's a lot of angry things being sent up into the sky.
Well,
Oh.
short term first. We need to find a place to regroup, rest, make a plan.
I agree.
Right, well, we're not going to get anywhere fighting if we can't fight.
I guess the mines are. I mean, the swamp is good a place as any.
I can put up a tent if we need one.
Maybe we can camp right at the edge of the tree line like we did that last time that we were there.
Yeah, at least there's not really many people that live there, so it's probably not a target you know.
Yeah. Definitely could use some rest. I feel like we all kind of expended some resources while we were in there.
How close are we to the swamp? We can't see it from here, can we?
You can't, because it's pretty dark out. But those of you that have a decent night vision, you're able to barely make it out in the far, far, far distance. Like it's like dim lit. It's like probably still a little bit away, probably like quarter mile maybe. And as I say that, you do begin to hear kind of the low wails and moans of what you anticipate to be in the undead
We need to get to the swamp.
as they are roaming the land.
Well, let's catch up while we move.
Yeah, let's go. I'll start walking that direction.
And Alwyn, as you kind of look behind you and around you, you do notice those creatures aren't walking. They're all running.
We should probably be running. They're moving fast.
I'll transform back into my horse shape, and anybody who wants to can hop on for a free ride.
And
How many
into the
people
prison
are you able to
pocket.
carry?
I can cast a long strider on the rest. And then if we run, we can go 70 feet. I'm sorry, 80 feet
Ooh.
instead of 60. So that might help.
I'll jump on Warren's back.
I could probably take everyone but Alwyn. I imagine Alwyn's armor is pretty heavy.
Well, it's mithril. It's
Oh,
light enough that it doesn't impose disadvantage on me.
We also have a flying carpet.
When did we get that?
A while ago.
It was, yeah.
That Bobo? Did he give it to you?
No, it was in the horde of the dragon. I think.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Shit.
Where
That's
we got the
right.
axe.
Oh my god.
So two people
did I
can ride on Morn, and two can take the carpet.
Could the carpet hold everybody, or?
It's 4x6, so it could probably only
4 by
hold 2.
6? Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, I think weight-wise it could hold more, but
It's not very
I
big.
don't- yeah, it's not real big.
We'd be pretty cramped.
Yeah, 5 of us wouldn't fit.
Well, I'm sitting on Warren's back, so there's definitely room for one other person.
I guess I'll ride the cart. Or the carpet, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'll do that as well. I had the carpet in my inventory, so I'll ride on it.
I'll put my
Solid.
hand down to Kaylin then. Come on, Kaylin.
I'll hop on.
Do you really have to sit that close to her?
Oh, she's the jealous type.
Jealous. A regular jealous Jessie.
Kaylin's gonna be holding on to Freya extra tight just to make her upset.
Yeah,
Oh
so-
no!
Hold on.
She's in his head.
Hold on by the boobs.
Oh my god!
Um,
She's gonna be chirping in your ear.
what do I want to say?
We can call this episode "Kaylin Gets Me Too'd."
Last time I checked, we weren't in a relationship. You were assigned to Ezekiel. You were assigned to me by Ezekiel as my packed weapon. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm assigned to you, all right. Whatever.
He's assigned to you.
Arr.
So, you guys begin to expediently take off towards the Swamp of Lost Mines. three of you on a horseback and 2 of you on a flying carpet. You quickly make your way there, and as you look out of the corner of your eyes over Skarnsvold, you swear for a second, almost like Harry Potter in the sky, a giant skulled face begins to rise from the
Dark
city.
mark. Shit.
Fuck.
And I think that's where we'll end our night tonight. Yeah.
Damn.
It's a tiny bit early, but it's a good spot to end.
Yeah.
The
Into
shit
the
has
frickle pit?
the shit has hit the fan and spread all over the house.
Into the frickle pit.
You know what's funny? I will hand it to you. I didn't. Maybe 3-4 sessions ago, I was like, man, I don't know how we're gonna get close to the end, but we did. Today, I was like, oh shit, we're kind of like done. Not done, but like we're kind of like where we need to go see this guy.
You guys
And
are.
I not Kaz, but like me, the player, was not prepared to be in that place.
No.
I was like, man, what do we do now?
You guys are long time coming. You guys have been working up towards an end, and a lot of shit has happened in the background that has led to certain events. Like this end was one of probably 4 or 5 different ones that I planned out, just in case. This one happened because certain things were done in a certain way. But nonetheless, it's good. I did not expect you guys to go into the puzzle box.
It would have
puzzle
taken
box.
quite a bit longer had Morn been in the puzzle box.
No.
Yeah, I have a feeling that both Alwyn and Morn wouldn't have been of much help.
We need a lot of brute force, though.
That's
We
true.
had a lot of issue with strength.
That box seemed like it was kind of set up in a way to fuck with magic users.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, on top of that, that last fight was actually meant to go in different directions as well. The only reason you guys noticed the doors and the map was because of the Nat 20 perception check. So, I mean, you guys could have gone through the construction zone, and I'll tell you guys flat out, it was the Astral Sea.
Well, then,
So
I
if you
mean,
guys would have jumped through that, that would have been another debacle.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I'm really tempted to open the door and look, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a back out option once you open it.
I bet Killen's friend would have wanted him to go in the Astral Sea. Know what I'm saying?
Brumch.
But you guys are definitely in a direction, and shit is happening, and fast. Speaking
Time
of,
is running out.
you guys need where is it, Mr. Frosty? Pinned messages. I have too many toys that Frosty gave me that I didn't get to use, but that's fine. I have them for next one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so here's one.
As tell me you have the sword.
What sword?
The
Yeah.
one that the guy gave us.
Uh,
The one
I
that
didn't ask.
the never-ending smile gave us.
That's the wrong one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's the sword. We need the staff.
Well, I know, but I don't think, I never gave them the sword, like the thing for it. And
Let's see.
then,
The
Yeah, we-
stat sheet.
yep. And then, there you go. I found it. Here's the other one.
Alwyn wants the sword. It speaks to him. Calls to him.
I don't actually. I think that is the wrong sword.
It is.
Yes, it is. You gave me too many toys. Where is it?
I'm assuming it would say requires attunement by a certain class.
I found it.
It has
Thank
the
you.
it has the
There you
person's
go.
name at the bottom.
There we go. I posted it.
Thank you.
Like, it's like, this is for this character. Property of.
Where's Anme when you need her?
What the fuck I'm saying.
Well, what did you put for the staff one? Yeah, I forgot about that. Look at the bottom of the staff. Like on the description.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
How long? I'm like, fuck, dude. You made that so long ago?
Yeah.
So long ago. And I still have like I have so many things that I didn't get to use. So many things.
Oh, fuck. Wait.
Yep.
So Alan can't even use it. Rip.
Here's the one here. Oops. Here's one that we never got to use because he
Don't spoil them, huh? You can
Well,
save them for next
it-
campaign.
yeah, the problem with this one is it's a little it's kind of fettered towards someone.
Oh, you
So-
posting pings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one was one of my favorites.
I know. Yep. Yep, the fucking second part of it. The Cheese Master.
The staff of the cheese master.
Yep. But yeah, you guys are at the crossroads. You guys are towards the end of the shit. The world is in chaos. The undead have risen. A new master has claimed the land.
Man, there's a.
Staring down at the abyss.
Do you guys watch Castlevania?
Yeah, so good.
Two-star
Yeah,
cross
there's a
lovers
great,
reaching out to
Part
the
in season
east
1 when the
with
night
many
creatures come out on the
names.
town. Like
Oh,
the first
yeah,
time that they
yeah.
fly
Yep.
over, which
Yep.
is like what I'm trying to find a clip of it, but I can't find it. But that's what I thought of when you said that like black
Yep.
creatures were coming out. I'm like, that's yeah.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, I mean, it's basically assault upon Rothos. These creatures have been, from what you can tell, it looks like they've been summoned from somewhere, and they've just been released upon Rothos.
And if anyone hadn't seen Castlevania on Netflix,
It's so good.
it's fucking dope.
It's very, like, from when I played Castlevania back in the day, it follows it fucking close. It's very good. But
Okay, stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for
Thank
sticking
you.
with us
Yeah.
and chilling.
This is what we normally talk about after the stream ends.
yes, the bantering.
we'll have
Banter
a
and the
whole we'll
lifting
have
of the
one of
curtain.
these whole things kind of like a Q&A session once this campaign ends for things that may have gone, for those of you that have been here for a long time, there might be things that you guys want to ask, like things that happened or what happened to a certain person. I will have all that stuff in my head.
Or what
So,
would have happened if we did this versus that. Yeah, we'll go over all that.
we'll have a whole
Cool stuff.
Q&A session one night. So, thanks for coming.
We will see you next
The
week.
end is here.
Yes, we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 8:30 Central. Everybody have a happy and safe long weekend, and we'll see you next time. Ciao!
Please drink responsibly.
Bye-bye-bye-bye.